Do we have any council online?
I don't see any council members online yet.
Super, all right. Call to order, Board of Zoning Appeals for this Monday, September 23rd. We'll begin with the swearing in of our new board member.
Okay, thank you to the chair. In lieu of Mary Cornelli, I'm going to be swearing in our new member, Marcus Madison, today. If you could raise your right hand. This is for the oath of office. I, Marcus Madison,
I, Marcus Madison,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio
and the Charter of the City of Cleveland,
and the Charter of the City of Cleveland,
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially
discharge the duties of the Board of Zoning Appeals
discharge the duties of the Board of Zoning
of
Appeals
the City of Cleveland during my continuance in said office.
of the City of Cleveland during my continuance in said office.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard. Thank you.
All right.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Excited to be a part of the team.
I'm trying to remember when Tim left.
Yeah.
You remember how long it's been?
It has it been
It's the
5
first time we've had a man on the board in a number of years.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think at least since 2020.
Right.
Yeah, I think so. Because I think he left while we were virtual during COVID.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
so it's been an all-girl team since then. So,
We're looking forward to learning.
so I had to explain to Marcus that we have purse chairs. All right, we'll begin.
Thank you very much.
We are hybrid today, so we'll begin with the secretary reading the preamble. Thank you, Joyce. Please.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Good morning, my name is Liz Kukla. I'm the Secretary of the Board of Zoning Appeals, and I'm going to read the preamble for you this morning. It's Monday, September 23rd. In compliance with notification requirements of the city's open meeting law in section 101.021, the codified ordinances of Cleveland, Ohio, 1976, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. All boards and commissions under the purview of the city planning department conducts its meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record prior to the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting have the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile version and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raise hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also be utilizing the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located on the bottom of the WebEx screen. Please note that calling users can unmute by using *6. All meeting activity is being recorded via the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed via YouTube for public view. We provided a link to the meeting for those who wish to speak on a particular case via our website and email. All requests to speak on a particular matter have been considered. We've also received emails from those who have provided written comment on a particular matter. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Great, would you like to call the roll?
Sure. Ms. Holzer and Ms. Roca will be absent this morning. So Ms. Wilson? Present. Ms. Madison, Mr. Madison, I'm so sorry. Ms. Dick. It's been a while since we've had a Mr.
Exactly,
Or-
right.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum with 3 members this morning, so I should announce that with 3 members, in order for a motion to pass, it must be by unanimous vote. If it does not achieve unanimous vote, then the variance will be denied. So at this time, the appellant can request a postponement to a future date when we would have 5 members.
Okay. Are you an appellant? You are. Okay. Do you wish to continue at this time? Okay, all right. Do we have anyone online, any appellants online that wish to postpone at this time? Hearing none, we'll move forward. And we have no council people?
No, Madam Chair, no council people.
All right, let's go with postponements and withdrawals.
Sure. The first one is calendar number 24-146 at 9300 Miles Avenue. Rhonda Muthler, owner, proposed to expand retail store to include 4 island gas pumps and canopy in a B1 local retail business district. The owner is requesting a postponement due to a personal matter and is requesting 2 months.
All right,
We are thinking the date could be December 2nd. It's a little over 2 months. And it works for our staff.
yeah, I think that's probably good. All right, so calendar number 24-146 is postponed at the request of the appellant to December 2nd, 2024.
And then the second postponement is calendar number 24-152, 6802 Harvard Avenue. Councilwoman has requested a postponement in this case. There is some discussion going on between the appellant and the councilperson that they need more time to hash out.
Okay,
October 21st was requested by the councilperson.
and do we have space to accommodate that?
Yes.
Okay. Calendar number 24-152 is postponed at the request of the councilperson to October 21st, 2024.
Thank you. And that concludes postponements and withdrawals.
Okay, super. We'll proceed with the first case. So our first case today will be 24-147.
Go ahead, report.
Yeah, step forward if it's your case. Okay. Ms. Holzer is absent, so Ms. Kukla is going to be reading the case into the record for us today.
Or calendar number 24-147 at 16019 St. Clair Avenue. K Rose Realty LLC proposes to use premises for indoor storage of cars and used furniture in a local retail business district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the code sections posted in the city record and the agenda on the screen.
Okay, great. We'll go to legal standard, please.
Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting a use variance and an area variance from the front yard setback requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the use variance, appellant must prove that denying the request will result in an unnecessary hardship particular to the property, such that there will be no economically feasible use of the property without the variance, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and the granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code. To obtain the area variance, appellant must prove that denying the request or create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and the granting variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zone.
Thank you very much. All right. Yes.
All right.
Ms. Holzer, Ms. Holzer's not here to hand it off.
That's
So
all right.
we'll bounce it to you.
Okay, let's do it. So I'll swear in all who are present for this case. You swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. You raise your right hand, reply with I do, state your name, spell your name, and give your address.
I do. Lindsay Witten. First name is Lindsay, Lindsay. Last name Witten, Witten. And my address is 16019 St. Clair Avenue, Cleveland, Ohio, 441. Okay, in the word.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone online wishing to speak in this matter? All right, hearing none, back to you, Madam Chair.
Okay, super. All right, it's Witten, Witten. All right, great. I did not announce that our court reporter is working virtually. So that is why we always ask you to state your name and spell your name. You're our only person that's in person today. But for the benefit of those who are going to be making statements in other cases as we proceed, when you're making a statement, you also want to state your name before you make your statement again, so the court reporter knows who's speaking, particularly since you're not you're with us in person. All right, Mr. Whitten, go ahead and tell us what you'd like to do as it relates to the variances that you're seeing today.
Oh, that building right there has been,
Yes, ma'am.
The history of the property, do you like that?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, you read and I didn't have you read the history.
Thank you. The property was originally zoned general retail in 1929. In 2002, it was changed to local retail business. In our records administration office, we found that the project area includes 16019 and 16021 St. Clair Avenue. We found that in 1931, a permit was issued to change storefront to a church. In 1953, a permit was issued to continue use as a small machine shop. Variance was noted in this case, calendar number 53-538. And in 1914, for the address of 16021, a permit was issued to erect a two-story brick four-family dwelling. And then, Madam Chair, we did see one other calendar number in 69-509, and that was 1969. Variance was granted to convert store building on the front half to residential with one single-family residence at the rear. There are no other variances on file. And we did find also in the Acela system, more recent permit database, that in 2008, a violation notice was issued on the property regarding exterior maintenance. 2017, rental registration was issued to the property. 2024, an application was made to demolish a garage. And there's a note here that that application was discarded. And that's all that I have that's relevant. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, great, thank you. All right, super. All right, Mr. Whitten, go ahead.
can you propose a question again?
Pardon?
Your question again?
Oh, go ahead and tell us what you want to do as it relates to the variances that you're seeking.
I want to pretty much do a shell. It will be a storage building for the meantime, and I will also want to have that building the resemblance of a storefront. Right now, currently as it stands, it's a garage, and it has other storage when I purchased it as well. I just want to classify it as that, and I still want to have a setup, as you can see my plans, to look like a storage building. Exactly. The setbacks, I want it to remain the same that it is. I don't know if that was grandfathered in or not. So I would like to keep it the same property, front of the property as well.
Okay, so you're essentially using the same footprint as the building that exists now.
No, I would be expanded. If you go
Okay.
back to that recent slide,
All right,
right there. Yep. So if you see the dash lines, that is the existing building right there, and the blue dash lines.
okay,
And the outer darker lines would be the expansion of the footprint.
okay,
Last year, my building was hit by teenagers in a car and it ripped the whole front of the building off. So I've also been working with on trying to get a guardrail or some ballards for it as well. So but I
okay,
would like to keep that setback there, even though it is a high traffic area, and have it remain the same.
okay. All right, and is this going to be public storage or
No,
just
it
for use for your business?
Just personal storage for now, but if in the future, if a client wants to come in, renovate it out, I want it to have the storefront feel. So we'll have
Okay.
all the front store windows, front door access. So to the naked eye, it would still be a retail in District 4 schematics.
Okay. Mr. Bay, can you go back to the elevations for us, please?
Here are the elevations of proposed. So this is existing proposed, west view, east
Yeah.
view.
Existing is the dash lines, and it will be 2 feet higher above the dash. Existing right now, the highest point is 12 feet. I will
Okay.
elevate it to 14 feet.
Okay,
I will add those front doors right there, so it will look
Okay.
more like a retail from the street. Currently, there's no front door, so I didn't know that there used to be classified as a house most recently, but somebody was living in there, so,
interesting.
yeah, so I would definitely like to make it more appealing in the district. I'm currently working with schematics to do a brick facet on the front, And, they asked me to add another window above the door to make it look more historical. So again, it will look like a storefront.
So there will be like a transom window above that
Oh,
door
yeah, it will
then?
be, it will be.
All right, all right. That might be a condition that we add. So we get new drawings. All right, let's go to the car that's in there.
That's just for elevations.
Okay,
That's just a show.
you don't plan to store cars in there.
My personal vehicles in the meantime, because it is a car, it is a garage right now in the back half.
Okay,
But once I get done with it, it will be all combined as one open space.
okay,
At retail, so,
all right,
but it won't be open to the public.
okay. So, because it says here, it's under the Rose Realty LLC. So when I read this, I thought, well, you might be using the storage for staging items.
No, just
No?
personal items that I have already that's in there right now in the
Okay.
garage, back in the garage, so.
Okay.
Those things will be coming. So
Okay.
the long-term goal is to, have it for storage now, but if somebody does want to put fire sprinkler systems in there and then for storage.
Okay, all right, so you'll be prepped for that build out. And have you been working with the CDC for the area or the council person?
Possibly do this.
Okay, do we have correspondence, Liz?
We do. Would you like me to read it into the record?
Yes, please.
Your Board of Zoning Appeals, as councilman representing Cleveland's 8th Ward, I am writing this letter to the Board of Zoning Appeals pertaining to calendar number 24-147. For A Rose Realty LLC, who is appealing for relief from the strict application of various sections of the Cleveland Code. Mr. Lindsay, he visited Mr. Lindsay at the site on Friday, September 20th. Mr. Lindsay explained to him in detail the proposed use and why he was referring to the property as Cleveland Kia Boys / Purnell's Place. That is to provide help and counseling to young men who are at risk. After hearing his explanation and looking through his plans for the building, he is now in support of the proposal with the following condition. The front of the building must be brick or ornamental stone with faux windows to complement other commercial buildings along the St. Clair corridor. I would hope that the storefront program would help him. In addition, any signage must go through design review and implemented with the proper permits. And that it is signed Michael D. Forsyth. That's all I have. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, let's just give me that restate punch list of what he's looking for conditions. Brick and stone facade, additional window.
Ornamentals, right, faux windows to complement other commercial buildings on the street. So
Okay,
it's the brick or ornamental stone with faux windows.
okay.
What exactly is one else?
Ornamental stone would be like a faux sandstone or, river rock,
Gotcha.
that sort of thing, the stacked stone look, that kind of thing.
Would y'all want to see what I decide before?
Usually what, appellants do is they will submit a, clip art piece of what they're specifying. And that would be the same for any of the windows that you're putting in as well. Are you going to do any fencing around the perimeter?
There's existing facing on the back of the property already.
Okay, but nothing in front at
No,
this
no,
point.
no.
So as far as the traffic control issue, Mr. Bay, let's get our traffic person to work with him on some sort of, possible containment, so he doesn't have a car blowing into the front of his building again. Okay. So we'll connect you with the appropriate city planner. Okay, see if we can get you some assistance on working on that. And I think the council person also mentioned the storefront renovation program in
Yeah,
that
we
letter.
actually called them and they said they don't do that anymore. They're resolving that program.
Okay,
Resolving that program. They appointed me to, city planner or.
okay, all right. So, Mr. Bay, we'll need to connect him with the appropriate city planner.
Yeah, to the chair, he is already, in conversations with Ariel Washington, the neighborhood
Excellent.
planner,
Okay.
going through design review.
All right, excellent. So, you've already been in contact with Ms. Washington.
Yeah, I presented them already.
Okay, great. So, she'll guide you through the process and we'll make sure that you get the traffic person involved as well, the traffic planner. Okay? All right, we're gonna put Mr. Madison on the spot and go to questions from you, sir.
Thank you. The only question I had was in regards to the council member's request with this design review for signage. Do you anticipate having signage?
I do.
Thank you. And then it sounds like you're already working with the design review individual to move forward with that. And then the other question is, what's the timeline that you have for the overall project itself?
I would like to be done in the next 4 or 5 months. 9 months working on this already, so eager to get it done.
Excellent. And in the letter, the councilman mentioned that you were planning on some sort of community outreach.
Yeah, that's my goal. I'm actually a superintendent at Job Corps. I'll be working with them to actually build it out.
Excellent.
So we just all have to come on site, doing block work, mixing work, and getting hands-on experience.
Okay, that's excellent. So you're working on getting younger people to get into the trades, is
That's
that
my
it?
goal. In every which way possible.
That's excellent, that's excellent. My space here is I'm in architecture and construction.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, happy to assist
I appreciate
where I
it.
can. And, you know, great that you're getting more people in the pipeline because it's,
It's definitely-
the trades are really lacking. So that's excellent. Super. All right, we'll go to Ms. Wilson.
Yes, so the legal standard for granting this variance, you have to show that you have necessary hardship. If you don't get the variance, can you articulate that a little bit for the board? You're denied this variance, do you still have feasible use of this property? What hardship would you face?
I know the biggest hardship would be the setback that I'm asking for. Seeing that the building is already there, my application that she referred to earlier was already canceled because the fee was just astronomical to tear the whole building down. It was upwards of $100,000 just to tear it down and to get the permits for the fire hydrant, the water, the plumbing, the sewer. So it was just kind of out of my means to do that. So I've been talking to some schematic review about keeping my building as is and doing a expansion instead of a demolition and a rebuild. And that building has already been existing inside of that variance of the setback. And I just want to just add on to it a little bit more. Yeah, just the financial, which is what we out of my league right now.
Okay, and can you speak to the second portion that you're requesting to reduce?
More or less the use, again, the use will be more of a storage. It wouldn't be open to the public, but the end goal would still be to be sufficient for the community to create jobs, create opportunities, again, with the Job Corps as well. So I feel like be asking for it to be a storage would be more or less to just get it built to get the eyesore out of the community. Because and that building has been eyesore for the last 9 months. I would like to get that done as soon as possible to get that fixed.
Any further questions?
Super, okay. Did you have anything else, Ms. Kukla, in terms of correspondence or anything?
No, Madam Chair, we just state that REO Washington did give us a copy of the actions made at the design review or lack thereof. It was tabled actually after several years. So
Okay.
They are still working on getting through that process that we accomplished.
Okay, super. Mr. Bay, would you like to chime in on behalf of city planning?
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is Xavier Bay representing City Planning. We are supportive of variances. I mean, it's great that they're proposing more of a retail type of frontage there to really address the pedestrian experience. I believe the comments from design review were tabled because they wanted the applicant to meet with the councilman, and it sounds like that was accomplished prior to this meeting. So, all I have to say.
Okay, super. All right, so we have some conditions. And I think we'll go to you, Ms. Wilson, for the motion.
Absolutely, Madam Chair. Based on the testimony that we have heard today, I move that we approve calendar number 24-147 with the following conditions. The appellant will submit a new drawing that will show there's a window above the door and to show the use of brick and stone facade. No exception limited if that's necessary.
The only thing is, should he wish to add signing, we would need that as well. Okay?
No, I think he has to go through a new process to do
Right,
signage.
right, but we would want that reflected in the drawing
Okay.
in terms of placement, just to get you started, because you're gonna need that anyway, if you go to design review, right?
Yes.
Okay. Were you in the military?
I was.
I could tell.
copy.
Yeah, the copy was the giveaway. That's adorable. Okay, so we have a motion. Mr. Madison, would you like to second?
Second.
Thank you very much. We'll call the vote.
Just for clarification, we're asking the appellant to put signage or location of the signage on his.
On a drawing. Something that reflects where he intends to place
Just a
it.
designation.
Yeah, just a designation at
The
this
big
point.
future signage. The only thing, Madam Chair, is it may get a little confusing for building and housing if they see a plan that comes back.
Okay,
signed.
all right.
They
So,
may believe that we approved some sort of sign.
okay, then we'll leave that off. That's fine.
Excuse me, Madam Chair, I think I did see Shannon Leonard.
Yeah, Ms. Leonard, did you have a comment?
Yeah, good morning, Shannon Leonard, zoning administrator. Chairwoman, the 10-foot setback, could the applicant clarify when the building was built? Or the age of the building?
Well, it started in 1932, didn't it?
Yes, we do have records that there is a building with a storefront as of 1931.
Yeah, 1931.
And there is a single family house at the rear, so
Yeah,
there were two buildings on the property.
right.
Okay, so
That
that 10-foot, yeah, the 10-foot setback variance he does not need, because if the building was built before the setback was installed, to be able to do an addition on any kind of building in alignment with the building, the 10-foot setback would render that not possible, and so it does not apply in this case. So you can strike that variance request.
Okay, super. So, variance number 3 for the 10-foot setback, is stricken. So we're just looking at variance number 1 and number 2. We have a motion and a second on the floor. So I think we can now move with a vote.
Thank you. Mr. Madison.
Aye.
Ms. Wilson.
Yes.
Ms. Bates.
Yes.
Calendar number 24-147 is granted conditionally. We will hold ratification until we receive those updated drawings. Once we receive them, we will ratify it the following Monday. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us, but we'll wait for those drawings to ratify it.
And I'd also mention to you that Councilman Kelly, Danny Kelly, was an iron worker. And so he's very interested in the trades as well. So you might,
Same again, Mr. Kelly?
Kelly, yeah, like the color green, Kelly. Yeah. So, not your ward, obviously, but he's interested in the trades as well. So, Yeah. okay, all right.
Thank you.
You're approved. You have some things to turn back into us.
We'll talk about it.
And those will be pending our ratification. So the sooner you get those to Ms. Kukla, so we have your file complete, then we can go ahead and ratify it and you're clear to move forward.
You all send that to the email that you all sent me, the PCA email.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
you're good.
I'm very
Okay, thank you. All right. Ms. Kukla, are we bundling?
Yes, please.
All right.
Please. Okay, we are hearing calendar numbers 24-148 regarding 14825 Waterloo Road. Meadow City LLC is the owner of the following 3 cases. They propose to install a 6-foot tall fence in the front setback area in a V1 family residential district. And this is the same description for calendar number 24-149 at 14903 Waterloo Road, as well as calendar number 24-150 at 14821 Waterloo Road. Oh, and 24-151 at 14901 Waterloo Road.
So technically 4 cases.
Thank you. Yes.
Yep. Yep, okay. And also in Councilman Politic's ward. Councilman Politic's day. All right, thank you for reading. Do we have appellants present online?
Yes, I'm here online. My name's Julie Slater.
Okay, we'll go to Ms. Wilson for the vote, please. We'll come back to you.
Okay, I will go ahead and swear in all who are present for this case. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth? Please raise your right hand, reply with I do, state your name and spell your name and give your address.
I do. My name's Julie Slater, Julieslater. And my home address is 25740 Lakeshore Boulevard in Euclid, Ohio.
Thank you. Is there anyone else present to speak in this matter? All right, hearing none, back to you, Madam Chair.
Ms. Slater, what is your role in this case?
I own Meadow City LLC.
Okay, great. Okay, go to history of the property.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This one is pretty easy. There's been no change in zoning since 1929. We didn't find any records in our records room, nor any variances or anything in the more recent Celente.
Okay, great. Legal standing, please.
Okay, for all 4 of them, Madam Chair, members of the Board of Health is requesting an area variance from the fencing requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variance, appellant must prove that denying the request will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zone.
Super. All right, Ms. Slater.
Yes.
Go ahead, and it's pretty straightforward. You want to do a 6-foot fence on all of these. Walk us through what your plan is.
Sure. So Meadow City is a native plant nursery. We're just up the road to the east of this parcel. We were here last year requesting zoning variances to establish this native plant nursery. So we've got a retail space up the road that operates as a market garden with farm stand zoning. And this winter we purchased this vacant lot that's basically around the corner. And we'd like to grow our trees there. And we'd like to build a 6-foot fence for privacy and security. I guess I could have gone through the slides, but here in orange, this is the request area. These 4 lots are privately owned by us. Right next to them are 2 land bank parcels that we are, we just have to sign the final document to have a lease on those. And then the neighboring properties have 6-foot tall fences, so we would just line our fence up with those. The other properties face north to Westdrop Avenue.
Great. I'm remembering you before us for the previous case now.
Mhm.
So, yeah, we were very excited about the native plant nursery. So
Thank
that's
you.
okay. And you've been working with the council person?
Yes, I didn't, we emailed him back, I think this winter, to ask if he would be okay with that use. I reached out about like an official letter of support. I'm not sure if he sent something in, but he's aware of what we're doing there.
Okay, super. Did we get any correspondence?
Yes, we have one. Would you like? me
Okay,
to-
we have something from him. Go ahead.
Councilman Plencic states that Meadow City is an established native plant nursery in Ward 8 community. The parcels along Waterloo Road adjacent to I-90 have been vacant and of no value for years prior to this. Meadow City proposal to reuse these parcels to expand their business is supported by his office. This is his understanding. They are seeking a zoning variance to install a 6-foot tall wooden picket fence along this stretch of roadway. He has no problem with erecting a 6-foot wooden fence here, especially since it is along a marginal road. In fact, he believes that this fence would enhance the area as well as provide further protection for the plantings on these parcels from salt and other road pollution and possible vandalism. These parcels are unlikely to be used for another purpose or other development in the future, since ODOT would have to agree. The development of these properties will yield a reasonable return in the form of incoming sales taxes to Cuyahoga County and the city of Cleveland, as well as employment opportunities to neighboring residents. He has been in discussion with the appellant regarding her plans since the beginning, and he's impressed by the thought and reasons behind her endeavors. This is a historical site, and development along these lines harkens to that history while being innovative, complementary to the needs of the community too. And assigned Michael D. Poet.
Excellent.
And then we do have one other piece of correspondence. It's an email from A. Callahan at waterlooarts.org. It states that we are totally in support of Meadow City's expansion. Very exciting. It is Amy Callahan at Waterloo Arts. And that's all that I have. Thank you.
Super. Do we have a slide showing the proposed fence?
Don't believe so, Madam Chair.
Ms. Slater, do you have an image of the proposed fence, or can you tell us what you are proposing?
Sorry, I didn't submit that. Basically, it would match the neighboring fences exactly. It's just a 6-foot tall wooden picket fence with 6-inch wide pickets that would be 100% closed. We have a small gate, but it will just blend right in with the fence. So,
All right, so it's a dog-eared picket? as
correct.
opposed To the stockade?
Yes.
And it has 100% coverage.
That's right.
All right, I think what we're gonna ask you to do is, if you would, please submit just a piece of clip art.
Mhm.
So we can have that in your file,
Okay.
all right? All right, we'll go to Mr. Madison again for question.
No questions?
All right, excellent, Ms. Wilson? All right, would you like to take the motion on this one, Mr. Madison?
Excuse me, Madam Chair, I just want to chime in that
Yes.
Ariel Washington, the neighborhood planner for the area, also sent in her support for the project.
All right, super, thank you very much for that. All right,
So, I could try.
all right,
Take a
I'm
stab
sure you'll
at
do
it.
fine.
Just a question for you, Madam Chair, with the making of the motion. Am I just reading the section that is approved that states what the actual use would be used for?
Yep, you just want to tell us that you're motioning the approval for the calendar number. And then state that it's for the 6-foot fence. We're requesting a piece of clip art for the fence as a condition.
Alrighty, thank you. I'll take a step back.
All right,
Madam Chair, I move for the approval of calendar number 24-148 and the corresponding calendar items for the approval of the 6-foot fence and the submission of clip art in support of the following calendar items.
super. Would you like to second, Ms. Wilson?
Yes, I would like to second the motion, and just clarify that we are approving 24-148, 149, 150, and 151.
Super, thank you. All right. Ms. Kukla?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Madison?
Yes.
Ms. Bates?
Yes.
Calendar numbers 24-148, 24-149, 24-150, and 24-151 are granted conditionally pending the clip art showing the elevation of the fence. And once we receive that, we will ratify the case the following Monday. So the sooner you can get it into us, the better, but we will hold ratification until we receive it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Slater. Look forward to having you expand and visiting and seeing what you have to offer.
Thank you. Come by.
Okay, great. Sir, are you here for a case today?
I was, but then I guess I just saw the email that she's not gonna be coming. But Liz, you sent it to Stephanie Thomas and said that because of what I said, like, don't come. I didn't know if she was still gonna show up or not.
So this is on our old business. This is regarding Wendell. That's correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is an old business issue?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I do not see her on the call here, and generally, we don't, when we're doing a preemptory or postponement, we don't request the calls here.
Okay.
So, but she's been made aware of.
I mean, yeah, because when I made her aware too, she said she was still gonna show up. So I was just kind of like, I'm gonna be there too. I don't know.
Okay,
Cool.
all right. Well, you're good, so thanks for spending some time with us.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Kenya Gray. I'm not sure if you met him yet.
Oh, okay.
Marcus, on the top side, city planner. Nice to meet you.
I didn't recognize you, I'm sorry. You do.
Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you too. Thank you guys. See you later.
All right, take care.
I'll be sure to reach out to the appellant, and if she has any objections, we'll talk.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that concludes our cases for today. It does.
Well, all right.
We still have some old business, but. Wait, where did I put my sheet? All right. Old business. 3 through 7 without objection, board?
No objection.
Objection.
That's all you said. Unless you object to something. Okay, let's go over the rescheduling request.
So Madam Chair, this is a request from city planning regarding 24-089 at 4843 Wendell Avenue. It's in Councilman Richard Starr's ward. The first two postponements in this case were requested by the councilman. The original first request was for the councilman to meet with the applicant. Second request from the councilman, and generally, as you know, we don't usually do that. However, the second request was to allow for a community meeting to happen. We've been made aware that that community meeting has not happened yet. So city planning is requesting a postponement at this time to give more time to allow for this to happen.
Okay, and this is for the Shelter of the People?
That's correct.
All right. And thank you both, Mary and Liz, for compiling and sending out the information about that to us so that we have that when we need to move forward. When are we, did the council person have a date in mind?
No, however, since this has been postponed many times, we should try to get them back on as soon as possible.
Yeah, I agree.
I think 21st, the 14th is shaping up to be pretty full. So
Yeah.
really the 21st, it's still 30 days approximately, but
Okay, so October 21st. All right. So do we have a case number? anywhere on here?
24-89.
24-8. Okay, so the rescheduling request is for calendar number 24-089, which is the Shelter of the People, at the request of Councilman Starr, asking for a postponement. So we're going to move that case to October 21st, 2024.
It's city planning in this case, sorry.
Thank
That's
you,
requested.
thank you. City planning requested this time. Okay,
And for
that's
the record,
important, given the number of times it's been postponed.
and for the record, when we do these in advance postponements, this gives us time to send out a notice today in hopes that they'll get the letter, the neighbors get the letter. And the neighbors have
Correct.
enough time to not come down to City Hall when the hearing's not going to happen. So we don't usually do these, but sometimes it comes up.
Yeah, we had a great deal of contentious community feedback about this case, so that's good. All right, anything else? Anyone? Ward, anything else? City planning, anything else?
Serious.
Serious.
Oh, now look at my Siri trying to talk too.
Oh, I will tell you a funny story about Siri after we're on. Okay,